Today we are going to talk about the structure for an introduction for a text response. Let's get started. Now you will get a prompt from your teacher. We're going to do this example today with an example of Macbeth. Now for your text response you will get a prompt and then you would need to write an introduction and a body paragraph. Okay, so there are three parts to it: prompt, introduction, and body paragraph. Today we are going to focus on the introduction. Now in your introduction there will need to go four different components, four different parts to it. Okay. All right, so the first part is always your prompt. That is very important. So you would need to make sure that you understand the prompt. The second part is you would need to write a big picture statement. It's a general statement that links to the real world. So it's not just about Macbeth, it's about all of us, okay? About the world. And the third part of it is where you mention your source details, okay? For the text type, which would be a graphic novel, title, author, and the themes. The theme would need to relate back to the prompt, okay? And last but not least, your contention. So today we are going to talk about the big picture statement. Let me highlight that for you. Big picture statement. All right, let's get started. Now, the very first thing you do before you do anything else is you're going to copy the prompt into your document or writing book. Okay. Now remember to write the prompt at the top and leave one line in between before you start writing. Okay. Okay. But now we're going to focus on how to write a big picture statement. The first step that you do is you need to break down the prompt and identify the keyword. Now, in that example, our prompt is Lady Macbeth a more evil character than her husband? And if so, why? Discuss. Now, our keyword is evil, okay? As you can see it here highlighted. Now, what is a keyword? A keyword is basically a word that is so important that could change the meaning of the whole sentence. For example, if I would replace evil with beautiful, there we go, beautiful, the whole sentence would change. Like we would talk about if Lady Macbeth is more beautiful than Macbeth, right? So a keyword is a very important word that can change the meaning in a sentence. Okay. But I'm going to remove that now because we already have our keyword. So it's evil. That's our first step. We're going to highlight the keyword because this is what we're going to talk about. Now, step 2. Consider the themes. Okay. So you would need to ask yourself who. Oopsie, let me highlight that. Who, why, what, and how. Okay, 4 questions. For example, who is evil in the world? Now remember, the big picture statement relates to the world, not just Macbeth, but everyone. Okay, now who is evil in the world? All humans at times, right? Because all humans have a good side and a bad side. And it always depends on which side we choose. But all humans at times are evil, including myself. Now, why are people evil at times? Why? Maybe they want more power or money, or they are jealous. There's a reason behind it why people are evil. Now, what types of evil actions exist in the world? Theft, killing, lying, pretending. There's all kinds of different evil actions in the world. Now, how do they break away from these evil traits? How can people change so that they are not evil? Okay, now that's very important. Everyone has a choice. Okay, You always have a choice to behave in a good way or in a bad way. You choose, okay? And that's the key. Now, everyone has a choice not to follow their evil side. That's very, very important. Okay, now I'll give you an example of how you could write a big picture statement in relation to our prompt. Let's read the prompt one more time. Is Lady Macbeth a more evil character than her husband? And if so, why? Discuss. Now, we know that Lady Macbeth has an evil side, but now let's not think so much about the prompt. Let's think about the whole world, okay? All people on planet Earth. So it's always good to start off your big picture statement with, for example, humans or every human or most humans, okay? So we could even add a new one, most humans. Because sometimes it doesn't apply to everyone, okay? Because we are all different. But one example as a big picture statement could be, humans have an evil and a good side within themselves, okay? Within you, in your heart. You have a good side and a bad side. The way in which individuals decide to deal with, so I'm reading out that one, lies within themselves. Okay? It basically means everyone has a good and a bad side, and you decide which side you want to follow. Okay? That would be option one. Another option, it says the same thing, just with different words. Could be every human being has a good and a bad side. However, individuals have always a choice which side they want to follow. Okay? Now, this big picture statement applies to Macbeth and to Lady Macbeth, but it also applies to me, and it applies to you, and it applies to every human being in this world. Okay? And this can help you how to write a big picture statement. Okay, let's go through it again one more time quickly. So we have 3 steps how we can write a big picture statement. Step 1, break down the keyword, highlight the keyword. The keyword is evil. So we need to think about what it means to be evil. Step 2, ask yourself questions. Who is evil? Why are people evil? What types of evil actions exist in the world? And how can we stop to be evil? Okay, so that's your second task. And then the third one is where you put it all together, okay, which will be then one of those examples. Now, if you struggle to write a big picture statement, you can use sentence starters, okay? I'll give you some examples. So bear with me, because there's a whole lot of other lessons that we can talk about, but there we go. So if you're not sure how to start off a big picture statement, you can start off with those sentences. The first option you have is this one here, number 1. A person's individual life experience can color his or her understanding of what it means to be, and now you could put in evil. Even better if you put in a synonym. A synonym is a similar word as the keyword. Different word, same meaning. So if you don't want to use evil and you know a good synonym, you could, for example, use wicked or sinful. Okay? Everyone has a different definition of what it means to be sinful or evil. Okay? Depending on how they see life and what has happened to them in the past. Okay? Right, everyone, I hope that was helpful, and I hope it helped you a little bit more on how to write a big picture statement. I'm just going to scroll back so you know where we are. A big picture statement in your overall introduction, okay? Where you would need a prompt and a big picture statement to start off with. Thank you for listening, everyone. Good luck.